Meet our provider, Grady O'Neill, behavioral health therapist, Hurley Clinic. What got you started in the healthcare field?
When I was younger, as a teenager, I realized that there's just a lot of pain and people struggling out there, including people that were friends of mine, family members, and that sort of thing. And I just wanted to help people. I knew there was a way to do it, and even with my own struggles with anxiety sometimes or that sort of thing, I learned pretty early on that there's value to this work and that it can really help people improve their quality of life.
How would you describe your philosophy of care?
I'm not the expert on any person's life. When they come into a session with me, we're working together as a collaboration to kind of have a conversation of where they're at and how we might be able to help them. So it's person-centered. Everybody is very unique and different, and I don't think one approach or anything fits everybody.
What drew you to work at North Lakes?
I knew about North Lakes working at my other position, and I was aware of the philosophy of care and the difference they were making in the community, because I did grow up close to Hurley, and it means a lot to me. It's meaningful work, and there's not a lot of organizations that are doing that kind of work, and I'm just really honored to be part of that.
What does the North Lakes Community Clinic mission mean to you?
I love the integration of care. It's so important to treat the whole person. So just somebody could come in for a toothache, and then you find out maybe they need some other help, and they see the community health worker, and she connects them with the therapist. And I've seen what it does when you're able to work as a team to really support a person, and not just in one way, in multiple different ways. And I think that's so important.
What advice would you give to your patients prior to seeing you?
I know it's uncomfortable sometimes. It's not easy to walk into that space, but that it's just, you don't need to know how to even talk about what's going on. It's something that we can figure out through conversation. It's just a very safe place to explore those thoughts and feelings, and maybe, not all therapy is going to be extended. Maybe you only need a couple sessions, and I think it's important for people to understand that too, that we're all so different and unique that it's not one size fits all, and it's always going to be up to you as the human in that room to make those decisions too, and we will agree on it together.
What are your professional interests?
So I'll talk about art therapy a little bit. It's something I got my master's degree in, and I became registered through the National Association of Art Therapy. And I think that's really a unique approach that I bring to North Lakes too. Not the only one though, because everybody's different, and art therapy doesn't work for everybody. But I think it's a very awesome way to work with individuals to allow them not to feel so nervous about what's going on. And it's something like a simple question as, if we're doing talk therapy and I ask you, okay, like what's this conflict that's happening in your life? Can you talk more about that? And you might be able to go into it and talk about it. But if I were to ask you if you could express two opposing forces in your life, but no wrong way of doing it, and just to draw that on a piece of paper. And we're going to take 30 minutes to do it, and I'll put some music on, whatever your choice. It makes you have to sit with that idea longer, and oftentimes all these different emotions and awarenesses come out of that because you're really thinking about it more.
What's your favorite Wisconsin food?
I like the Anchor Bar burgers in Superior.
What are some of your hobbies?
Fly fishing, camping, hiking. I forage for wild mushrooms every summer. I absolutely enjoy doing that. It's very calming for me and meditative, and gives me a different perception of the woods that you never really look at it that way when you're looking for those. But and painting, yeah.
Grady is a behavioral health therapist at our Hurley Clinic. North Lakes Community Clinic. We can help you feel better.